All right, so these we did very similar. I'm gonna skip those. Same thing here. We did what about 23? Like construct a frequency polygon. In order to do 23, guys, and the answer is already in the back, but let me just show you how I would go about doing this. First of all, you have to label your vertical line so that you can get to 13. So I'm just gonna label them like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, etc. And then you go to 50, 52, we need 5, you just go to 5. 8, that's 6. 8, you just go to 8. You do histogram first. So I usually ask students to do a histogram if I want a polygon line first. And then 12 will be here. Then 13, just go a little bit higher. Then 11. And let me show you how you construct a polygon graph. So I'm just going to use, so you mark the beginning of the first histogram and the end of the last one. Then you mark the midpoint right here. And look how you connect them. Just connect these 2 points, these 2 points, these 2 points. And that's called the polygon graph. Okay. We did this one in the previous study guide, how this graph is misleading. We did all of those, 25, 26. Okay, for 27, guys. You have to remember, in the presence of extreme values, you should consider using the median instead of the mean when you measure the center of the data set. So he's asking you to find in the median. If you suspect that there are extreme values here and he asks which measure is better, it's always the median when we have extreme values. When we don't have extreme values, the mean will be a better measure of center. And he's asking you to find the mean in the median here. Let me see here. Okay, some more questions. 14. Class limits. And 18, guys, is asking you to find the class limit of the second class. So it's from 6.1 to the lower class limit is 6.1 and the upper class limit is 7.1, as simple as that. Here in 19, construct a frequency distribution using 80 classes. Okay, you have to start, guys, with the class width, which is max minus min divided by 8, which is the number of classes, and make sure to round up to the nearest whole number. And you start with the lowest value and start adding the class widths, just like we did the previous one. Number 20, construct a frequency histogram. Let me just do that one more time. Again, guys, look at the largest number, which is 15, and label accordingly. So I would just probably do, if I ask you to construct a histogram, guys, I will give you a grid paper. So it will be, there's a grid you can use to guide you, 10, 15. And here's how you do it. The first one is 6. I would just start right here, for example. Then 4, below 5. Then 11. Just go a little bit higher than 10. Then 15, that's going to go all the way up to 15. And then 8, guys, a little bit lower than 10. And then you need to find the midpoints here. Sorry, that one, it turned out to be a little bit wider. It shouldn't be. Okay, take halfway between 135 and 139, that's 137. And then the class width, guys, from 135 to 140 is 5, just add 5. 147, 152, and then 157. Okay, and that's a histogram. You can put the weight here, label the axis, and here you can put the frequency. And the answer is in the back as well. Construct a stem and leaf plot for this data set, guys. That has to be 2 digits. And the starting digit, what do we have the lowest? Oh, we have a 1 all the way to 9. So it's going to be like this, guys. And then you can put the numbers there. And then your key will be, for example, 1, 1 means 11. So since, oops, sorry. Yeah. You see how I put all of them? Because it starts with the lowest is 1, and then it goes all the way to 9. Like here, you should, for example, have a 3. Then you should have 8. Then you should have 7. And you should have 0. And then you should have 5. For 8, you should have 7. 8. 5. 9. Any 8s anymore? Yeah, I have a 3, 8, 2. For 7, you should have 6. You should have 7. And you should have 9. For 6, do we have anything in the 60s? Yeah, I have 6. And that's it. For 5, do we have anything in the 50s? I have 4. Oh, there's a 9, also 69. For 5, we have a 4. Okay, for 4 and 8. For 4, I don't have anything, so leave it blank. For 3, I don't have anything, leave it blank. For 2, I don't have anything. And for 1, you just put 1. And that would be your stem and leaf plot. Okay. Let's see here, second page. Okay, we went over this, and let's go over the last page. This is very important question, 28, guys. The annual profit of 10 internet business are listed below. Find the mean and the median. So that should be easy. And then which measure, the mean or the median, best represent the data? As I told you guys, if there is an extreme value, you should say that the median best represent the data because there is an extreme value. But if there is no extreme value, then the mean. Do you guys, if you look at those 5 values of homes, do you notice one extreme value in there? Well, there is one, and it's obvious. Can you see that one? Which one would that be? I mean, the internet business profits. It seems like they are all in the hundreds, 200s, and then all of a sudden you have the 1,172,246. This is an extreme value. So you'll find the mean and the median. You're going to see that they're not close together. They're far apart. And you're going to say that the median best represent, you know, the data because of the presence of outlier, extreme values. And the extreme value will be the 1,172,000. Compute the range, sample standard deviation, and sample variance. Let me just do this one more time, guys, to remind you of how this is done. So you go to stat, edit. I'm going to clear the list. And we're going to put the data in under list 1, 1.1, 5.2, 3.6, 5, 4.8, 1.8, 2.2, 5.2, 1.5, and 0.8. And then you go to stat calc, one variable statistics, and hit calculate. Okay, he wants the range. The range is the minimum minus the maximum. If you want to find the range, this is the minimum, and the maximum 5.2. So it's 5.2 minus 0.8 will be 4.4. Then he wants the sample standard deviation, guys. The sample standard deviation is S, which is 1.82. Then he wants the variance. The variance is the square of the standard deviation, which is 1.82 times 1.82. Just multiply the two, and that should give you the answer. Okay. Okay, 30. Last year, batting averages in professional baseball averaged 0.255 with a high of 0.323 and a low 0.226. Based on this information, which measure of variation could be calculated? We have three measures of variation: the standard deviation, the variance, and the range. Well, to calculate the standard deviation, guys, you need to know every single data value. He only gives me the lowest and the largest, so I can calculate only the range here, which is the lowest, largest minus lowest. Okay, we did 31, 32 in the previous one. We did 33, 36, the five number summary. What I'm going to do, the last thing, guys, is 37, which is a box and whisker plot. That's what we didn't do. Well, in order to find the box and whisker plot, we need the minimum, we need the Q1, Q2, Q3, and maximum. Well, since I have 30, I know the median is going to be between 15 and 16. So that's a 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the median is right here, halfway between 195 plus 198 divided by 2. That's the median, which is what, guys? 196.5. Okay. The Q1 is half of 15. So you just add 1 to 15, 16, divide by 2, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's Q1. Q3, it's going to be half of the other half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 211. Minimum, it's obvious, 154. And maximum is 275. And let me show you guys how to do the box and whisker plot. So you just do this. I will provide you with a horizontal line so you can use it right here. Okay, the lowest value is 154 and the highest is 275. So I could start from 150, 175, 200, 225, 250, and 275. Okay. Minimum is 154, so just put it somewhere, for example, right here. That's the minimum. Q1 is 180. That would be somewhere here, guys. A little bit to the right of 175. Q2, which is the median, 196.5. You guys agree with me? It's right before 200. And then Q3 is 211. Will be here. And then 275 right here. Okay, and watch, look how we construct the box plot. You do this. And that's the box and whisker plot. Okay. And that's pretty much it for the review. So I'm going to stop this.